We want to make sure we hit it in a couple different ways. So Jacob's going to show us first what we call posterior capsule stretch. Again, it's nothing crazy. I want you guys just to start pulling that arm across. You should feel a big stretch across the back of that shoulder into the back of that trap, rhomboid a little bit. So he's feeling it in here. And depending on how hard you pull and stuff, you may feel it into that rhomboids between the shoulder blade into that spine. But we just want to get that pull across there. You're going to do 3 sets, 30 seconds in each direction. And then a super quick, easy exercise. You guys can, he's going to use a weighted ball. This exercise is called the pendulum. You could use anything at home. You could grab a can of corn, you could grab a gallon of milk, something, but all he's going to do is hold on to that ball. You're just going to brace yourself. The biggest thing you need to focus on is just like you saw him do. Let that arm hang. I want everything to hang, and he's just going to do small little circles, both directions. Again, shoulder joint, very complex, moves in multiple directions. So I want to make sure we're getting him in there, but it's just simple. You want to let the arm dangle and just get some space into that joint and get some range of motion. It should just feel like a good little warm up and stretch throughout that entire capsule of the shoulder. Okay. Next, we're going to come out here. Now talk more so about the front of the shoulder. So Jacob with that posterior capsule stretch just hit the back. Now we're going to hit more of that front and that pec. So Liz is going to show us here more so of a pec stretch. She's going to get that set up, and then all you're doing is focusing on the front of that shoulder, really pulling and opening it up. Again, if you guys pay attention to videos, I've always talked about this. Everybody's rounded out now. Everything's anterior. So we want to make sure that we're opening up the front part of that chest as well to get those shoulders back and down. I promise the looser you keep things in that shoulder joint, the better it's going to feel moving forward. Liz, you did great. And then Miss Kenya over here is going to do some wall angels. Again, I like this exercise. One, it looks like it should be simple. I promise you it's not simple. But it's great too because it's going to work that full range of motion, and you can do this anywhere. So Kenya's going to work on everything's back flat against the wall, and all she's going to do is just like she was in the snow making a snow angel. She's going to focus on bringing the arms all the way up, all the way down. If I want to be really mean to somebody while they're doing this, I make sure that hips, back, head, and then hands and arms and everything are against the wall, going up, going down. I promise you, if you do already have pain and you try this, it's going to be harder. So that's why I recommend do it now. Let's be proactive about it to make sure that we're actually staying pain-free, keeping that full range of motion throughout that shoulder. All right. A little more advanced one now. This is using something called crossover symmetry. You can do this at the gym. Just grab regular bands. You can just do this on your own, but Genesis is going to do a couple different letters here. So the first one is going to be what's called an A. So she's just pulling that band straight back. We're going to lift the hood, focusing on squeezing those rhomboids back in here. And then she goes back to neutral and then coming in again. This crossover symmetry and these movements are great for making sure that the shoulder stays healthy. Like you really want to be doing this ahead of time to make sure we don't have issues in the future. So the next one she's going to do is go into a T. Now coming straight across. And again, like I said, you can just grab bands at the gym. Just make sure they're equal resistance and do these letters. So you're going to go A, you're going to go T, and then she's going to go up into a Y. So starting low, pulling up high. Again, if you visualize it, right, we went low, we went mid, we went high. We're working all ranges of motion with that shoulder joint, hitting every angle, and just making sure that we keep this thing nice and strong, nice and loose and healthy, right? If you're having shoulder pains already, we can help you with this. We can take a look at it. These exercises are great, but if we can be proactive about it and make sure we stabilize this joint, keep it healthy, I promise you're going to thank yourself in the long run. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, call us at that number below. We look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.